the channel, Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. What a lot of people don't realise is narcissism comes from the dark side. It's a demonic infiltration, and it is a personality disorder, but it's degenerative. These people know how to infiltrate your life. They come into your life, and then they start to diminish. They get you hooked and start to diminish, which is unhealthy, which means they begin to torment by way of negligence in the relationship. They torment you. Now, what this does is cause trauma, and these people have got no idea of what they're doing. They've got no idea at all how this affects you, what it does to you. And I'll just turn this to the streets. This is the streets of Sydney. And they just push on thinking that that's okay. It's not okay. It never was okay. It never will be okay. These are the old built. Look at all the bricks in that building there with the sun on it. Amazing. And what happens is you begin to start to question what's going on. They've infiltrated your life. They've got you in a relationship. And this is men and women. And then they start to disintegrate. That's what a narcissist is. Narcissism's all about disintegration. People think it's all about anger. No, that's one of the fruits of it. Anger is just one of the fruits of narcissism. Narcissism, or a narcissist, is a person that gets you in a relationship and then starts to disintegrate, go negligent towards the relationship. And that's cruel, that's nasty, that's mean. And that's what narcissism is. It's a severe form of negligence towards somebody that's begun a relationship with the narcissist. And they just keep you hanging on while you're psychologically being punished. Now, they run on their grandiose mentality of themselves, thinking that you ain't going to go anywhere, because they've had a lot of people in their lives that haven't gone anywhere for one silly reason or another. But because we live in a generation now that are lovers of themselves, and the love of many will grow cold, people think that you're just going to stay with them for the sake of being with them, whether it's healthy or not. That's because people have got no self-worth. And what you'll find is you can bring these people into a relationship, set it up beautifully for them, and they'll still disintegrate. That's a narcissist, be it covert or malignant. The covert ones are the dangerous ones, because once you cotton on to how bloody stupid and unrealistic they are and the way in which they treat themselves, they just disappear like a ghost, because there's nothing happening anyway. You're just a source of supply. You're just a source of supply for this person. What do you mean by a source of supply? I mean, they're coming to you to get affection and attention, and then they're wasting it. Now, a lot of these people do go cold. A lot of these people are not affectionate. They get you roped into a relationship and then they starve you. That's the other side of it. They don't want to be intimate. And with the grandiose outlook upon themselves that they have, this causes them to think that because they've gotten away with it before, I'll just abuse the next person and the next person and the next person and the next person. They end up with nothing. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, they accumulate nothing in life. There are narcissists that are business people that are the opposite spectrum, where they accumulate great wealth but end up with nothing either. That's another spectrum of narcissist. But I'm talking about the bottom feeding narcissists in the area where I sort of dimension that I live. I'm a bit of a bottom feeder. I'd never really got that far in life. I did all right, but there are people that are really struggling that should have been doing a lot better. But their decision making just isn't benefiting themselves or anybody else. And you can come into these people's lives and give them advice and lead them and guide them and all the rest of it, and just watch them disintegrate. They make wrong decisions. They let people intrude into their business. They foul everything they touch. They waste themselves. They got no consideration for their relationship, and they push things to the limit. And you don't have to put up with it. As a matter of fact, I advise that you don't put up with it. They'll waste your time. They'll waste your years. And that's what these people do. That's narcissism. They suck you into the relationship, and then they degenerate, they disintegrate, and expect that you're going to be held there, that you're going to stay there. No, you walk away. You walk away from these freak shows. You let them go down the tubes with somebody else, and they will. Look at all the bricks, viewers. They'll take somebody else with them. Don't let it be you. Their children interfere, their family members interfere, they ostracize you. These people are wicked. Don't worry about the facade on the front. And they'll just chew you up and spit you out if you tolerate it. You've got to be the sort of person that'll stand there and say, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. I'm not tolerating this. And you move on. And you put yourself in a position that's going to benefit you and the person that you're with. If you're expending power with somebody and they're wasting it, you're a fool. An absolute fool. You can build things in life all the way to the end. Don't let people waste your life. Don't let them. Don't have it. It's going to hurt if you've been sucked in. That's the thing about narcissists. They know how to suck you in. They suck you in. They try and use you up. They disintegrate. They recess back into the shadows and expect you to follow. Don't follow. Let them go. Let them take this silly idea of what life is and shit it down the drain, because that's what they do. They just cannot comprehend the light. A narcissist disintegrates. That's how it works. I'm Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.